The life and sad ending of Joe DeRita. Joseph Wardell was born July 12, 1909, into a show business family in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the son of Florence and Frank Wardell, and of French-Canadian and English ancestry. He was the youngest of 5 brothers. Wardell's father was a stage technician, his mother a professional stage dancer, and the 3 often acted on stage together from his early childhood. Taking his mother's maiden name, DeRita, the actor joined the burlesque circuit during the 1920s, gaining fame as a comedian. During World War II, DeRita joined the USO, performing throughout Britain and France with such celebrities as Bing Crosby and Randolph Scott. In the 1944 comedy film The Doe Girls, about the housing shortage in wartime Washington, D.C., he had an uncredited role as the Stranger, a bewildered man who repeatedly showed up in scenes looking for a place to sleep. In 1946, DeRita was hired by Columbia Pictures Short Subjects Division head director Jules White to star in his own series of comedies. The first effort, Slappily Married, was released under the studio's all-star comedy series. The 3 remaining entries, The Good Bad Egg, Wedlock Deadlock, both from 1947, and Jitterbug House, 1948, billed DeRita as the headliner. After his contract with Columbia ended, DeRita returned to burlesque and recorded a risque LP in 1950 called Burlesque Uncensored. When Shemp Howard died suddenly of a heart attack on November 22, 1955, at age 60, the Three Stooges had been making short comedies for Columbia Picture since 1934. Shemp was succeeded by Joe Besser in 1956. Columbia eventually shut down the short subjects department at the end of 1957, and Besser quit acting in 1958 to take care of his ailing wife. The 2 remaining Stooges seriously considered retirement. Then Columbia's television subsidiary, Screen Gems, syndicated the Stooges' old comedies to television, and the Three Stooges were suddenly television superstars. Moe and Larry now had many job offers, but they were in need of a new third Stooge. Larry had seen DeRita in Las Vegas stage engagement and told Moe that DeRita would be perfect for the third Stooge. Howard and Fine invited DeRita to join the act, and he readily accepted. When he first joined the act, shortly after appearing in a dramatic role in the Gregory Peck Western, The Bravados, DeRita wore his hair in a style similar to that of former Stooge Shemp Howard, and did so during initial live stage performances. However, with television's restored popularity of the Three Stooges, shorts featuring Curly Howard, it was suggested that Joe shave his head in order to look more like Curly. At first, DeRita sported a crew cut. This eventually became a fully shaven head. Because of his physical resemblance to both Curly and Joe Besser, and to avoid confusion with his predecessors, DeRita was renamed Curly Joe. The team embarked on a new series of 6 feature-length theatrical Three Stooges films, including Have Rocket, Will Travel, 1959, DeRita's on-screen debut with the Stooges, and Snow White and the Three Stooges, 1961. Aimed primarily at children, these films rarely reached the same comedic heights as their shorts, and often recycled routines and songs from the older films. Moe and Larry's advanced ages, Moe was 62 and Larry 57 at the time of the first Curly Joe film, plus pressure from the Parent-Teacher Association and other children's advocates, led to the toning down of the trio's trademark violent slapstick. By the mid-1960s, Larry's role had been reduced, and Curly Joe divided much of the comedy with Moe. Curly Joe also showed more backbone, even occasionally talking back to Moe, calling him Buddy Boy. Through the 1960s, DeRita remained a member of the team, participating in the new Three Stooges animated cartoon series with live-action introductions, and a shelved television pilot titled Kook's Tour. However, Larry Fine suffered a paralyzing stroke in January of 1970 during the production of Kook's Tour, putting all new Stooges-related material on hold. In the very early 1970s, with Moe's blessing, DeRita attempted to form a truly new Three Stooges. He recruited burlesque and vaudeville veterans Mousy Garner and Frank Mitchell to replace Moe and Larry for nightclub engagements. However, their act was poorly received, thereby ending the group. On August 30th, 1983, the Three Stooges received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Joe Besser was the only Stooge to show up at the ceremony because of DeRita's illness. Stooges' longtime supporting player Emil Sitka spoke for him. DeRita was married twice. His first marriage was to a chorus girl named Bonnie Brooks. Her real name was Esther M. Hartenstein. From July 13, 1935, until her death on September 6, 1965, they had no children. DeRita married his second wife, Jean Sullivan, the following year on December 28th. Sullivan's sons, from a previous relationship, Earl and Robert Benjamin, control licensing rights to many deceased celebrities, along with the Three Stooges, through C3 Entertainment. Sadly, DeRita died of pneumonia on July 3, 1993, 9 days before his 84th birthday. He was residing at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, California, at the time of his passing. He was the last surviving member of the Stooges. DeRita is interred in a grave at the Pierce Brothers Valhalla Memorial Park Cemetery in North Hollywood, California. His tombstone reads, "The Last Stooge," as he outlived Joe Besser by 5 years.